Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about this fight going on between Apple and TRAI. So, if you have an iPhone and if you live in India, there's a chance that your iPhone may be banned within 6 months. So, and that's because of this app called DND app. There is a DND app already present in the App Store and Play Store, which stands for Do Not Disturb, and it is released by this TRAI. And TRAI stands for Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, which governs all the telecom companies in India. So right now TRAI wants to upgrade this DND app to DND 2.0, the next version, and the reason behind this version is to stop all the spam calls and text messages. And we get all these annoying messages and calls, right? And TRAI wants to stop all this by this app, and Apple doesn't like this. So I'll tell you a bit about it. First, how the DND app stops all these annoying messages and text messages and spam calls is they check out the user information, that is call information, like the phone calls and text messages and call IDs, call logs, and they seek out all this information and they try to stop these spam calls and text messages. But Apple thinks it invades the user privacy. Apple always wants to take care of users' privacy at all cost, and that's the main reason Apple doesn't want this DND app 2.0 in its app store. And Android store has the DND 2.0 right now, you can check it out. So yeah, that's the reason. And TRAI has given this Apple and all the telecom companies a time limit of 6 months, and if Apple doesn't oblige to the releasing its DND 2.0 app, its iPhone in India may get banned. And that's a big thing for Apple, because right now, after China, US, India is an emerging market for Apple, and it's the trend in iPhone in India is getting increasing, and the number of sales is also getting increasing. So, and what I think is the Apple and TRAI has to find in common ground. Apple is also fighting for the same thing, like to stop the spam calls and text messages in its iOS 12 also, which comes later this year. Apple has a few features which stop this using the machine learning algorithm. It stops these spam calls and text messages. So basically, Apple and TRAI are trying to do the same thing in a different way. TRAI wants its own app to stop these spam calls, and Apple, it wants to do it in its own way. And what I think is, Apple is right. Apple doesn't want to give a third party app the right to the user's information, and also TRAI is trying to do the right thing. But this is some sort of problem that needs to be resolved quickly. Actually, when you think about it, it's not actually a problem. The Apple's adamant and TRAI's adamant is what this problem is all about. TRAI wants Apple to follow its rule, and Apple doesn't want TRAI to give more rights to the iOS store, and that's all behind this fight. So let's see what happens, and I think Apple will surely figure out a way to resolve this problem, because Apple really cares about its customers and the people who have iPhones in India. So I'm sure Apple will talk with the government and try to find a common ground. And I'm also sure Apple will not release the DND 2.0 app in India, because Apple has fighted with FBI and other governments to to stop this, to make the users data privacy, to save it at all cost. And that's all in this video. And if you have any opinion about this, please leave it in the comment box, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, it's goodbye.